Down.
At the end, the bottom.
Okay.
Polish
Stop telling me it's not working, so.
One of them trailer trash Slav countries.
Okay, we're good.
Go ahead.
One, dva, shoot. I got that backwards.
Now we're just offending people as we live stream. That's awesome.
I'm just, I don't know.
I knew how to count to like 3 in Polish. Give me a second.
1, 2, 3.
One, dva, shoot.
Sounds like 3 to me.
Yeah, that's 3. That's as high as it can go.
Caused so much property damage here.
So it looks like we're live again. Thanks for coming back. We had some technical issues and then we ate some pizza. And a good time was had by all. But we're going to go ahead and get on back to the game. But just a reminder
Donations.
that if you have not donated, it's never too late. I mean, it's not even too late after the game. If you guys want to go back and be like, you know what, I found like some money at the bottom of the shoebox, yeah?
Yeah. I believe donations will be on till sometime in December.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
You can click on the link at any point in time and donate up until, forgot the exact date in December. Kevin will find that out for us.
I will find that out.
And it is tax deductible.
And it's a really good cause. I mean, you're helping kids. I mean, in all the world, there's all these charities that you can donate to. I mean, all of them are probably pretty good. But this is the one that helps you help kids.
So most of them take your money and then go buy new cars with them.
Mm.
This one doesn't.
All right, and that's not like an exact science. Like, we don't know the percentage on that, but there's a bunch of them that do. This one does not, though.
0% overhead. 0%. 100% of all donations go to sick kids in hospitals.
And again, we don't know that for sure, but
100%.
But we are going to make sure that as much of it can go to help sick kids as can go. So if you want to go ahead, now is a great time to donate. And like I said before, I mean, say you got like $20. Can you buy anything for $20 anymore? You can't even like go to a fast food restaurant and buy food for 2 people for $20. But you know what you can do? You can help a kid get some medical care. So go ahead and go on over to the Extraordinary Gentleman's donation page on Extra Life,
Yep.
and donate $20 to help those kids.
And
The
that
link,
is,
you can go to the Facebook page.
Yep. And that link is also right here in the bottom of the screen if you're viewing us somewhere else.
Right, like I said, the power is right there at your fingertips. You just got to take it.
You have the power!
All
And
right.
if you just want to hit up extralife.org, they have an option too to just donate directly to the Miracle Network.
Shut up, Kev.
I'm just saying, you have the option.
All right, so
Trust me though, we will not touch any of this money. It does not go. Nothing goes to us. It is entirely the Children's Network.
and I know that somebody donated some money and then we suddenly got pizza. That was just a coincidence.
Yeah, the pizza was already planned.
Right. All right, Morgan, if you want to kick us off.
All right. Well, I believe that when we last left our heroes, something was in the water with you,
Yeah.
Just
and I believe it was Frank who had noticed it.
Like zoinks, let's get out of here.
And apparently Frank went through a character modification.
Frank, did your voice box change there temporarily?
It's the water.
Oh, you're starting to bloat. Okay, I get it. It's squishing your voice box. Okay, I understand now.
Well, Frank, I hate to be the one to inform you,
I do too.
but yeah, you hate to be the one who has to be informed. You're gonna hate it a lot more when I tell you that something grabs you under the water.
I'm a little napkin boy. Don't hurt me.
Little napkin boy.
So the rest of you don't see anything. There's just kind of a splash, and then Frank is gone.
Well, dang it, he sank again.
I must have went for a swim under the water.
Hey, Tin Man, why don't you go down there and see if he's okay?
I'm doing fine up here on the ceiling.
I mean, you can just put your head underwater and look.
How about you two have a polar dive challenge to see who can get him first. And I'm going to try to persuade them to do so.
Well, Frank, while you are struggling under the water, you can make an athletics check if you would like.
I got an 18 persuasion.
I am but a little napkin boy, but I will try.
Well, there's not much here to persuade,
A little vacuum
unfortunately.
Well, I'll start persuading them to go under the water to find Frank.
I rolled,
Well, I mean, I would hope that they don't need persuasion.
I rolled a 10 on athletics.
Hmm. You can also roll your acrobatics, by the way, if that is higher.
Oh, thank you. That makes it at least a little bit better.
And on top of that, I rolled a 9 insight, so I'm definitely diving trying to find him.
Yes.
Made this character so this stuff wouldn't happen.
That would make it a 13.
All right. Well, you just barely manage to wrest free of whatever it is that's got hold of you, but not before you take 24 damage.
Jeez.
Oh, jeez. Do I tell what just ripped me apart?
You don't see anything. As far as any of you can tell, there is nothing in the water with you. But Frank, you definitely felt it. Something physically grabbed you, and you felt it coil around you like a snake. Something tried to constrict you.
Oh, I don't have any kind of see invisibility stuff, so I'm just going to try and skedaddle if I'm not grappled.
23?
You are not grappled. No, you are free.
Yeah, I'm gonna skedaddle and try to heal myself.
That's a smart idea.
I'm gonna do just a first level cure wounds. And that heals me for 10 points of damage as I try to come back up to my friends.
I'm going to be honest with you, dude. That light change just disoriented me pretty bad.
I'm sorry.
Like if anybody saw me kind of tilt sideways a little bit, I don't know what happened, but I didn't like it.
There's a little bit of this. A little bit of that.
All right, gents, what are we doing?
Well, I dove down to try to find him, and I just kind of see him surrounded a pool of ichor, I imagine.
Yeah, Frank manages to get away, and he is in the process of healing himself. But like something is definitely in here with you.
All right, I want to pop up to the top and say, I think he pooped himself.
Frank.
A true folk hero.
Well, you got to
Man of
think.
the people.
You got to think. I have no context for this.
You have no context for a man evacuating his bowels. That's the man who has no bowels left inside of him.
Well, you see, that's the problem. Is like he doesn't have blood anymore. I have to
She's
imagine.
just dragging out behind me.
Is it like a fish in the water? Just a trail behind him? No.
Yep. All right. Is Frank coming up to the surface to tell us what
I'm
happened?
gonna try like hell too.
All right.
Godspeed, Frank.
I was grabbed. Something grabbed me. Something got me.
It's the Dianoga.
It ripped me up real bad.
All right.
I think a lot of this was done before you went underwater, but I'll take your word for it.
Very malleable, yes, but this specifically, it was so bad.
How wide is the hallway?
So the hallway that you are looking down, that goes like off ahead of you, rather than back the way that you've come, is a 5-foot hallway.
All right then. So what Alathar is going to do is he's going to cast Fairy Fire in the direction that that just happened, which should give us a 20-foot square where if anything swims into it that's invisible, we should be able to see its outline.
Fairy fire. Well. All right, let's see what your fairy fire reveals.
is going to be in pink.
In pink, you say.
Pink, I say, yes.
It's gonna be in the pink eye. Ooh, that's not good. We're all got pink eye from being in this water, I tell you
More
that.
likely.
Yeah, it's very possible. Unfortunately. All right. Well, good cast. So, Elthar, you throw out your spell, and a magical pink glow cascades through the water, and most of it disperses and vanishes as the wave rolls away from you. But some of it seems to stick and cling to a long, sinuous shape underneath the water.
Dun, dun, dun.
And so you see, outlined by that pink fairy fire, a sort of serpentine silhouette. And it is invisible, like this. All you can see is the outline of the fairy fire. But it is showing you a shape that's maybe 12, 15 feet long or a little bit bigger, and you can't really see any details, but you can tell that it's serpentine. Looks almost like a snake or an eel of some kind.
I'm gonna.
It's big.
Okay. All right. Who's in front right now? Facing the thing.
Well, Frank was trying actively to get away from it, so I'm guessing that probably Cordell is closest to it.
All right.
It looks to me like.
Can I use perception to see if I can see enough of a silhouette in the water to grab it? Or just like fairy fire, or can I take care of that?
Well, so what happens is the fairy fire outlines it to where it no longer gets the benefit of being invisible.
Okay.
So normally if something's invisible, like of course you just can't see it, and it's got advantage when it attacks you, and you have disadvantage when you attack it.
Mhm.
So what this does is it gets rid of that, so it no longer has advantage against you, and you don't have disadvantage against it. You both roll normal attack rolls against each other.
Okay.
So for spell purposes, would you say that I could see this creature? Then?
Yeah, because you can see where it's at.
Okay.
So if it was some kind of spell that needed to target, a vital organ, like a called shot or something, that would be one thing. But if you're just trying to hit it with something like magic missile or scorching ray or that kind of thing, yeah, you can absolutely see where it is.
Okay.
You want to go ahead and do initiative? Because I got to move, but it has to be on my turn before I can do it.
Yeah, since you have cast fairy fire over the creature, if you all are going to fight it, then yep, we do need to do initiative.
Alright.
So let's go ahead and do that. Y'all roll and then tell me what you get.
Dram got 19.
Cordell 17.
I got a 21. Frankenstein.
Clink got a 15.
And then Althar got a 10.
Okay. And what did Clink get?
15.
15.
Yes.
All right. Well, that means Frank goes first.
I'm gonna turn around and see the shape of it. In Love with the Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. I'm gonna guiding bolt.
All right. Cool.
That'd be 23 to hit,
Ooh, that does hit.
and the damage on that will be 12 radiant.
12 radiant damage.
Then I'm gonna bonus action spiritual weapon. I'm gonna have the spiritual weapon smack them, and that's gonna be a 15 to hit.
Well, both of those are spells of first level or higher. So since you cast Guiding Bolt and it's not a cantrip,
you're
you
right,
won't
my
be able to
bad.
cast spiritual weapon as a bonus action.
My bad. You're right.
But you can take another bonus action if you have a special ability that you want to use.
Let's see here. Bonus action. No.
All right, then in that case, that's going to make it Sir Dram's turn.
All right.
Now, thanks to Frank's Guiding Bolt spell, the creature is outlined in even more magical fire than just Elthar's fairy fire. So that means if you decide to hit it, then you have advantage on your first attack.
All right. Next question is so you said that give me a second. Barbarians.
Cordell.
Cordell is actually the closest one to it. Am I the next one closest to it?
Yeah, you can move up and hit it, no problem.
All right. Well, what I actually want to do is I want to use bait and switch as a bonus action.
All right.
So basically, I'm going to switch places with Cordell,
Mm-hmm.
and then roll a d10, and add an extra 4 onto my AC until my next turn.
Okay.
All right. Then I'm going to attack.
There we go. Let's get our monster on the. So there you go. Since it's glowing pink.
Nice. But 23 to hit.
23 to hit. All right. That definitely hits.
All right. Of course, I rolled the lowest damage possible, 6 damage. Second attack. 17 to hit.
A 17 also does hit it.
Awesome. 8 points of damage.
Nasty.
And
Okay.
that's what I got.
All right. Then it becomes Cordell's turn.
All right. So, how close am I to it now? Where he moved me
You're
around?
right next to it.
I'm still right next to it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, I'm going to attack at it with my great axe. Does 11 hit?
All right. An 11 does not hit.
Okay.
An 11 is a miss.
Okay.
Swing and a miss.
Can I still be raging even though I missed?
Well, if you're going to rage, you can do that regardless.
Oh,
Your
good.
rage just ends if you if you get to your next turn and you haven't dealt damage, or if you haven't taken damage.
Alright, fair enough. That was never explained to me very well.
Yeah, you could bonus action rage and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it ends early if you get knocked unconscious, or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn taking damage. So actually, even if you don't deal damage, as long as you attacked a creature, you can keep raging.
Alright, good deal. Alright, I'm going to try attacking again with the great axe.
Alright.
And that one's going to be a dirty 20.
That definitely hits.
Alright. I can do some damage here. Alright, 9 damage.
9 damage?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, is that all for Cordell?
Yep, that's it on mine.
Alright, well then, Clink, it's your turn while your companions are splashing and flailing about in the water trying to fight this invisible creature. What do you do?
Well, let's see. So, Clink waves his hands around and then he peers at this creature and it must make a wisdom saving throw.
Alright, what ability are we using here?
I am using Mind Spike.
Okay. if it makes it. Oof. That's going to be a no from this monster.
Okay. So,
So roll your damage.
okay. And it'll be 17 damage.
Oh, man.
And as long as it is on the same plane of existence, I know where it's at, whether it's invisible or not. It cannot be hidden from me.
Okay. Alright, well, you can certainly sense the creature right there in front of you.
Okay.
No bones about that. You know right where it is. And it's not moving. Of course, all of you can see it, thanks to the fairy fire. And now it is the creature's turn. And the creature lunges at Dram.
Good.
Let's see if it hits. Ooh, I believe that it does. Okay.
Now remember, I have +4 to my AC right now.
Yes, you do. Because you used bait and switch.
Yep.
Oh, actually, yeah, we know with that +4, it just barely misses you.
Good, because I'm going to use Riposte and hit it for missing me.
Alright, so the creature slithers between Dram and Cordell, and you feel it pass between you in the water and see that pink fire swirl around as it lashes out and tries to coil itself around Dram. But you manage to spin free and strike back with your counterattack. Roll and see if you hit.
19.
That hits it.
And then, see, 9 plus 7, 16 damage.
Alright, well, so you swing your hammer and you hit something. You still can't see exactly what it is that you're fighting. And then something strange happens. All of that pink glow from the fairy fire spell and the last vestiges of Frank's guiding bolt, they just sort of disperse into the water and begin to fade away. And Clink, your Mind Spike spell linking you to the creature also begins to fade. Whatever the thing was, it's gone.
Yeah.
Good job, Jam. I think you killed it. I don't know what it was.
We did it.
Could have been... I don't know what it could have been.
Well, it's dead now. That's the important thing.
Must have been love, but it's over now.
God dang, Kevin. Well,
No greater love than that of a water serpent.
I guess we can continue down this hallway here. I'm going to walk down the hallway on the ceiling.
you know, when your character started, I kind of thought you'd be more of like the Great Gazoo. But hearing you talk and hearing you move around, you sound more like Elfo
Who's Elfo?
from Disenchantment. Alright, I guess we'll move on down the hallway.
Alright. So ahead of you, you can see that intersection that goes back to where you entered, full of rubble. And there is no room to turn to your right and head back that way. Again, it is just piled too high, even though it doesn't breach the water. None of you are small or squishy enough to actually, like, crawl over it. The hallway itself continues ahead of you, however. That narrower 5-foot hallway keeps going.
I'll let one of you larger fellows take the lead here.
Alright, let me squish past you here.
I mean, you just have to go under the water. I'm on the roof ceiling.
I'm talking to the other guys.
No.
Alright. Okay, taking point here.
Go for it. I pass him the torch.
Thank you, sir.
And by passing the torch, he just sticks it.
Stick it on top of the axe. There you go.
All right, so Cordell, you've got the light.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually just going to cast light on his axe.
Okay, that's fine.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, so can go
He has
a little
glowing
further.
red to go with your rage.
All right. So as you continue to explore up the tunnel, Elthar, who is in the back, hears something. That high perception score, it's a blessing and a curse, isn't it? Because Elthar hears what sounds like crying. Like someone sobbing softly.
Althar is going to kind of turn around and who's in front of Althar?
We'll say Frank.
He's going to grab Frank out of the shoulder and say, "Do you hear that?"
Yeah, it sounds like somebody's crying.
Do you think we should investigate?
I mean, do you have a box of tissues?
No. And if I did, it'd be wet, red water.
How's somebody crying underwater?
Dang, that's a good question. Maybe we should... You there? Up there? Clink.
What is it this time?
Something's crying back here.
Yes, I know you're a big baby.
Wow.
Got him.
Is this a tears and rain situation?
Please don't cry anymore, Arthur. We're already neck deep in water here. Literally.
Hey, Stink. Why don't you get back here and take a look for us?
Use your elven eyes. They're better than mine.
Yeah, but you're replaceable. At least your parts are.
I take that offensive.
Good.
Our heroes, everyone.
Dram is actually going to actively try to see if he hears this crying.
Oh, you strain your ears for any sound other than the drip and splash of water as you all are moving about. And you do hear what sounds like a faint sobbing coming from somewhere indeterminate behind you. And then the crying breaks off, and you hear a little giggle.
Oh, God. Dram,
And someone says, "Come back."
you know, the laughter is a wonderful thing until you hear it in a dark corridor. We'll keep moving forward.
Yep, gonna keep doing that.
Althar,
Back the other way really quickly, huh?
yeah.
There's nothing more terrifying than the laughter of a child.
Well, so as you swim back up the corridor, the voice calls to you out of the darkness and says, "I'm so lonely."
Go stay that way too.
Go on, get.
Does it sound like it's getting closer?
No. It sounds about the same distance away.
I don't know, guys. Maybe we ought to help it.
I don't trust him.
You got any silver? Got any sage?
I got a pocket full of silver. I mean,
Then throw it at it.
In water, it just slowly sinks down into the floor.
I ain't got nothing to deal with no ghosties.
I think we should just keep moving. Our job here is to kill the lich, not everything and the lich.
All right then. I guess we'll keep going forward.
All right. Well, so when you ignore it, the voice fades away,
So when you say that,
and then a sudden screaming and crashing begins to echo throughout the entire place, like someone beating and banging with all of their strength against a door. And you hear what sounds like the same voice, but furious, crazily screaming at you, "I'll kill you! I'll kill you! Come back! Come back!" And then it slowly descends back into that crazed giggle before fading away into nothingness.
Althar says it's not really helping its case, but we're just gonna swim a little faster. Just doggy paddle away.
This is coming from behind us, correct?
Yes,
Kind
this
of
is
the-
coming from the room that you just left.
Alright, how hard would it be to cave in the entrance?
Probably pretty difficult,
Mm.
considering that, it stood this long.
Is Kiva the only dog in here?
You
Yes.
probably have to use magic of some kind, or lots of explosives.
Just saw a dog next to me. No, there's not a dog. I don't know if I want to play this game anymore.
It's getting too spooky in
Y'all
here.
are lucky that I decided to not make this like a horror game.
Right?
Well, let's keep moving forward then.
Definitely not going back. Hell yes.
No going back now. Gotta always
Well-
move forward.
So, you swim forward, and at this point, like, some of y'all are starting to get a little tired. I would only imagine, like, everyone here's been swimming, right?
Right.
You've all been swimming before. It's hard to just constantly tread water, especially when you have things like armor and weaponry weighing you down. When you're carrying a shield or an axe, when you're fighting for your life and you get that spike of adrenaline and then it wears off and you get really fatigued. So, Dram, Cordell, and Elthar, at this point, all of you are going to take a level of exhaustion.
And what does that mean?
And you can mark that on your character sheets.
Okay.
If you click in the conditions
Ah,
box,
okay,
it will let
there
you
we
do
go.
that, and you can just put a single level of exhaustion.
Never used that before.
And what does this entail for us now?
So exhaustion is a track, and the more levels of exhaustion you have, the worse off you are. So what exhaustion means is that at level 1, you have disadvantage on ability checks. Now that's not the same thing as attack rolls, but if you need to make like a strength check or a wisdom check, then you have disadvantage on it.
Okay. Alright, sounds logical.
It's basically any time that you're going to roll with a with one of your abilities that's not an attack roll or a saving throw,
Okay.
and that includes skill checks.
You guys seem a little bit tired.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay. As long as you're fine then, let's keep going.
And ahead of you, the room opens up into a rectangular area. It's not very big. It's about maybe 15 feet wide. There we go. Just move you all along. And probably 20, 25 feet long. So it's a it's a medium-sized room. It's fairly good sized. And with the light of your magical torch, you can see at the opposite end of it that under the water there are the rotten remains of what looks like a large desk and a collapsed chair. And the desk is still kind of partially there, enough for you to see, like, you know, that it is a desk. The chair, all that seems to be left of it is the metal frame. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't even know what it was. But any wooden parts of it and the upholstery have rotted away long ago. So you could just kind of see a square of metal and 4 legs. Well, 3 legs. One of them has fallen off.
Alright. I want to go over and investigate the desk.
Here you go. What do?
Alright. 15 investigation.
Alright. What are you searching for?
Just searching the desk, see if there's anything in there.
Okay. Let's see. Which character is this?
Cordell.
This is Cordell. Okay, so taking the light with you.
Yep.
Oops. Alright, so as you move up to inspect the desk, you're going to have to dive down.
Okay.
So, holding your breath, you go down and feel all around the desk. And you can see that it has drawers on one side of it that come out the front, you know, where someone was sitting there and they'd be able to get to them. And 2 of the drawers are standing open. The third one appears to be closed.
And we'll try to pull it open.
Well, you do. And it comes open easily, like you would think it would be stuck.
Mm-hmm.
But perhaps because the wood is mostly rotten, it's also like slick.
Mm.
And so despite being swollen and collapsed, the drawer just kind of slides right out and then immediately disintegrates in your hand. Like as you pull the handle, it just comes out and the drawer falls to pieces. And as it does so, you catch a glimpse of some sort of magical symbol glowing with a pale, ugly, bluish light on the drawer before it falls apart. So, oh goodness. Oh, that's a lot of dice. So, Cordell.
Yep.
Uh,
Why do I keep putting myself
from
into
the
these
remains of
situations?
the drawer, that spot on the desk, there is a flash, and all of you see it, and even those of you who are still all the way across the room feel a sharp, uncomfortable tingling pass through the water, and especially around all of your metal equipment.
Oh God!
Poor Clink.
As a tendril of electricity
Oh gosh.
snaps up out of the drawer and latches on to Cordell, who takes 30 damage.
God!
I mean, if anybody was going to be damaged, I was probably the person that would best deserve to do it.
And what's probably most upsetting about this is that the lightning does not disperse after striking you, Cordell. Instead, it wraps around you like a tentacle hanging on and continues to shock you.
Oh Lord, it's
God.
lightning lord.
Yeah, that's big lightning more.
So the rest of you can see this, of course, and there's lightning arcing through the water. And Cordell has it wrapped around him like he's fallen into an electric fence and gotten tangled up.
This would be a good dispel magic moment.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to. Is that touch? Nope, it's 120 feet.
Yes.
I target the magical effect within range of me, and I will cast it at 3rd level here. It's all my 3rd level spells. And I don't know if it's 3rd level or lower, but there we go. I'm going to cast Dispel Magic.
All right, then make a wisdom check.
No.
This is your dispel check.
Okay.
Now remember, everyone else, of course, has got disadvantage on these checks because they're tired, but you don't have a level of exhaustion, so you're going to make a normal wisdom check.
Nat 20.
Yay.
Ooh. All right, Frank once again coming through with the breakout dispel magic. So you fling your hands out,
That was Clink.
call upon your divine powers, and a silent wave passes through the room. And as it crosses over where Cordell is at, it just kind of sweeps the lightning away ahead of it, and the electricity vanishes, casting the room back into darkness, except for your torch.
Ow.
This is a shocking revelation.
Dang it! I was gonna say that.
Lightning really had a hold of you there, didn't it?
A little bit.
I am feeling a little amped up.
Ah.
Dram is going to swim up, put his hand on his shoulders and say, "Don't worry, you can check the drawer now. The lightning never strikes twice."
Clink, are you feeling like a bucket of volts?
Ah.
Power surge. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So, you guys want to search the desk again, is what I'm hearing?
I guess so. Rolling that beautiful bean footage again. 8.
Well, Cordell, you do not find anything.
Thank God.
For better or for worse. Perhaps, thankfully, you don't find anything else.
16 investigation.
You're going to dive down and help, Dram?
Yep.
Alright, well, you do find something.
I'm sorry.
Ironically, it is kind of in the back of one of the open drawers. And not in the drawer that was closed. There is a rust-covered lump of metal at the back of this drawer. And it's noticeable mostly because both of the other drawers, or in the case of the top one that Cordell opened the drawer hole, are distinctly empty. Like, this whole place is giving you the vibe of like it was cleaned out at some point.
We got shocked and all that for a paperweight.
He's gonna look at it for a second and say, "Can anybody tell if this thing's cursed? This seems like the kind of thing that might be cursed."
I certainly felt like I was cursed.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad time, wasn't it, bud?
Yeah, it was.
Let me see if maybe it has some magic resonating from it.
Alright, Dram gives it to Clink.
So I'm going to do an Arcana check on it. It's a 10, but I'm going to invoke my, where is it? Built for Success and add a D4 to that. For a total magic resonating from this lump of metal?
I don't know if there's any magic.
It actually does not seem to be magical.
Yep.
It is in pretty bad shape, like it's heavily eroded. You might be able to fix it with your magic, but like right now you can barely even tell what it is.
Maybe I should try some mending on this.
Yeah, get it caught up to current affairs.
Yes, yes.
I finally thought of a good electricity joke.
So I will spend my minute here casting mending on this.
And I'll spend that minute just floating around, resting.
Well, Dram, while you're floating, treading water, something brushes past your leg.
God, no!
Is that thing back again?
Something touched my leg!
How many times we need to teach you this lesson, old snake?
And, of course, when you reflexively look down into the water to see what it was, you don't see anything.
Dang it. Nelthar! It might be that snake thing again.
At this point,
Which way did Graham tell which way it was going?
Yeah, it seemed to come from behind you and go into the room
And
from another chamber. Like you see this hallway here behind you?
Yeah.
It feels like it came from that way into the room to join the rest of you where you're at here.
Graham's going to point out an area where it might have been, and Althar's going to do fairy fire again.
That did work pretty well the last time.
Well, I'm going to add something onto it that I forgot about last time. Actually, the snake thing gets to roll a dex save.
Oh yeah, no, I made its dex save last time.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, no trouble there. No worries. Let's see how that dex save goes. Well, I can tell you this for nothing. It is not a 16. So,
This is not the same snake thing as last time.
wouldn't be surprised.
assuming the fairy fire is still pink.
Yes, so pink.
There you go. Well, you can't be sure, but it looks very similar as Aelthar casts his druidic magic out across the room. This creature lights up with a soft pink glow, and you once again see that long, sinewy shape that you saw before.
Well, either this is a different snake or the other one can travel between planes.
It's blank snake. Is a blank snake a thing? Blank snake sounds like a thing.
Snake.
If it is, that would be terrible, but what's even more terrible is that you should roll initiative.
Dun, dun, dun.
As the creature is lashing out at Aelthar. Not hitting him yet, technically, but it's heading for him. It's like when he casts the spell, it's aimed right at him.
Clink got a 9.
Dram got an 18, and Aelthar got a 12.
Cordell got 15.
And what did Clink get? I'm sorry.
9.
A 9?
Yep.
Okay. And what did Frank get?
I got a whopping total. It's reloading the page, sorry. It's gonna be a big old 17.
Not bad. then that means that Dram moves first.
All right. So how much of this snake can I actually see outlined?
You can see all of it. His spell got the whole thing.
So that thing is like, what, 15?
Something like that. It's about 15 feet long, yeah, give or take.
I'm going to try to grapple it,
Long enough to be spooky.
right?
Spooky,
I'm
crawlers.
gonna try and grapple it. Alright, well.
Dram, what are you trying to do?
There's a snake, I'm going to get it.
Snake's good eating.
But
Now, I don't roll skill checks at disadvantage, do I?
Yes.
Oh, I do roll skill checks at disadvantage. I might change my plan at that point.
Yep, and anytime that you're going to roll with an ability score, unless it's an attack roll or a saving throw, you have disadvantage due to your exhaustion. And that includes skill checks.
if you're going to do that, I'm going to use Restore Balance. You don't roll at advantage or disadvantage on this check.
Can you do that on my turn, or does he have to?
I can do it. It's a reaction.
All right, I'm going to do it then.
I'm going to
Okay,
use one of my Restore Balance things. So some like gears and like clockwork things appear behind me as I point both my hands at you, and you now have just regular dice roll.
All right. You know, that was a 20 right up until it rolled onto a 2.
Story of my
Ain't that
life.
how it is?
So I'm going to guess a 9 doesn't grapple it unless it rolls really bad.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big negatory.
In reverse, it grapples you.
But it's okay because I have 2 attacks. I can try it again.
You certainly can.
He's got the power
you
of
can't just
friendship.
go for it like that.
God! Now, does maybe an 11 get it?
An 11 does not.
You know what?
It's 11 total.
In for a penny, in for a pound. Action surge.
Oh boy.
I'm going to get you here, Snake.
25.
Well, that does hit. Alright, so the creature is grappled.
Got that snake in a chokehold.
And as you wrap your arms and legs around it, you feel the creature. And it's like trying to hold on to something made out of gelatin.
Ooh.
Like, the
Doesn't sit
creature,
well.
it feels like, you know when a faucet is running full force and you put your hand under it and you feel the water hitting your hand and the water has a pressure so it pushes against your hand, right?
Yeah.
And have you ever tried to do something like take your hand and push it back against the current of water coming from the faucet to block the faucet to see which of you stronger, you or the water?
Water wins every time.
That's what this is like. It's like you're trying to grapple a current of running water.
Oh, jeez.
And it immediately starts thrashing and twisting, trying to throw you off.
You can try.
Yeah.
It's probably going to succeed, but still.
Alright, so the creature is grappled. Now you do have another attack.
No, that was my 2. Then I use my action surge. Or do I get a second one with my action surge?
Well, your action surge lets you take another action. And so if you use the attack action and you get 2 attacks, then that means when you action surge, you get 2 additional attacks. Because
What?
that's how many attacks you get when you use the attack action.
Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't know the most about grapple in 5th edition. But I know that in Pathfinder, when if I made a second successful grapple, that it did something.
Well, if you have grappled a creature, then it doesn't like automatically deal damage, but you can use your attacks to hit the creature.
Okay, then. While I
So
have
you can make a normal attack roll against the creature to hit it while you are grappling it.
Do I get advantage while I'm doing that, or is it just regular attack?
Nope, you have to have the grappler feat to get advantage.
Ah,
So it's just a normal attack roll.
gotcha. Hammer time.
Nah.
17.
That hits.
8 damage.
Alright. Then that's going to make it Frank's turn, I think.
I'm gonna shoot him. My Sacred Flame needs to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 17.
Okay, let's see if it does. Oh, it does not. Which makes a lot of sense, considering that it is grappled.
Gonna take a total of 13 radiant damage. And since that was a cantrip, I'm gonna do a leveled spell as a bonus action, which is my spiritual weapon. Gonna smack him real good. I try to. I don't think that'll cut it. 13 to hit. Or is it with advantage where he's grappled?
13
fact.
actually.
I forgot about this, but where it's hitting a hit with Fairy Fire, Fairy Fire gives the attacker advantage.
Oh, you're right. That's true, it does. But when a creature is invisible, you have disadvantage to hit it. So they just cancel out, making it a normal attack roll.
Gotcha.
But regardless, a 13 does still hit it.
Oh, sweet. Does a total of 11 points of whack damage. And that's my turn.
Okay. Then, Cordell, it's your turn now.
Alright.
With your glowing axe. It's time to kick axe.
So glowy.
Ba-dum-bum.
Alright, I'm gonna attack with the axe and hope for the best.
No.
Alright, 25.
That hits.
All
Damn,
right.
that hits. Dang heck.
7 damage.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna rage right now. I feel like that should be something I save for later.
How many things of rage do you get? I've never put it on.
Right now 4.
I think you've got like 5 a day.
Yeah.
Okay.
And gonna attack again with the great axe. Oh, nat 20.
Nice.
Ooh, then that is a critical hit. So
Yeah.
double your damage dice before you add your strength modifier.
Alright. Oh, 25 damage.
Dang.
Gracious. Alright. So, Dram, as you latch onto this thing and Frank blasts it with holy power, and Cordell takes his glowing axe and just really wails on it, just splashing and throwing water everywhere. And when he stops, you start to feel your arms and legs kind of coming together as you're like hugging tightly there under the water as you just sort of float gently towards the bottom, as whatever it is that you're grabbing onto just dissolves. And motes of pink light disperse through the water and slowly wink out one by one as once again Aelthar's fairy fire ends along with the creature itself.
Well, good job. Valiant effort. Now then, where were we? North or south? Which way should we go?
How long does it take to get rid of an exhaustion? Can you do it in a short rest?
No, but a long rest will take care of it, I believe.
We
So,
don't-
I don't think we can rest in water.
Water. Oh.
Well, it depends. Althar has polymorph. And I was thinking if we could polymorph into something like, I don't know, an orca. Orca can lay on the, can sleep in the water. We can sleep on top of the orca. Everybody can get rest.
Or inside the orca.
I don't think it works that
Well,
way.
A big fork. Not that big.
As ambitious as that plan is, and I must applaud you, the spell only lasts up to 1 hour.
Ah, yes, never mind that.
So that means that at most you could take a short rest, assuming that worked, and he wouldn't be able to take a short rest because he would be concentrating on the spell.
He's fine. Nah, that's good.
We need a bucket.
Or layman's tongue.
But regardless, completing a long rest reduces your exhaustion level by 1. Taking a short rest won't actually help you.
Well,
Not with that.
guys, let's go. Maybe we can find some dry ground somewhere that we could actually set up a little bit of a
Well, we
rest
know.
up in.
Well, we know that to the right's probably going to take us towards where we came in at. We don't know what the left is like, so let's go check it out.
Alright, to the north.
Okay. Who's heading in first? Cordell with the light or someone else?
Yeah, Cordell,
Yeah,
probably
probably
second.
I guess I'll go in third.
Cordell, Dram, Clink.
Althar.
Okay. Well. So, this is what you see. Let me grab your other.
Okay.
Put you all right here. No. Won't let me grab what I'm going to grab. There we go. So, this room is pentagonal. When you come through the door, you see 5 walls angled strangely. So it's like being inside of a gemstone. And on the floor, deep under the water, you see a glowing circle. And that appears to be the only thing in this room. The walls are featureless. There are no shelves. There's no evidence that there's ever been any furniture in this room. It seems like the room was made to hold the circle.
What do you gentlemen think? Once more onto the breach?
I would like to scan the area for magic. Especially this glowing circle.
Alright. So, Clink, you are entering the room?
Yes.
Okay. And what are you going to do? You're going to cast Detect Magic?
No, just, I don't have detect magic, so I'm just going to, first off, I'm going to cast, no, I'm not going to cast anything right now. I'm just going to do an Arcana check to see if there's magic resonating from the circle.
Alright, roll for it.
A total of 8.
Well, you know this circle is magical.
Guys, the circle is magical. I don't know what it does, but it's magic.
That's all you know.
Well,
Won't know until someone touches it. Cordell, I hear you like touching magical things.
I do like touching magical things.
That thing's magical.
Alright, I'll go in there and touch it.
oh, wait. I figure that's all I can get off before he swims down.
Yep.
So, Cordell, you're just going to dive down and touch the circle?
I see no reason not to.
Oh my goodness, you're so bold.
Cordell the Bold. It says on his tombstone.
So that's how I got things done as a diplomat. I just jumped headfirst into it, and then I used my fists.
Well, luckily for all of you, perhaps, when you take a breath and head for the bottom, you can see that the circle does have a dim glimmer of light to it. But touching it doesn't seem to do anything. Nothing happens when you make contact with the diagram.
I go back up. Well, I feel gypped.
I take the piece of metal and I drop it into the circle.
Well, it sinks to the bottom with a dull clunk, muffled by the depth of the water.
Well, you know what? It seemed like it might work.
Could I try to see if I would know if it was a teleportation circle?
Yeah, you got any more of that
Well-
shock?
Clink has already rolled an Arcana check, but anyone else is welcome to if you want to try and learn more.
Alithar will, because he has Arcana skills. And he rolled a nat 20. So it's like 25.
Well, you are able to tell that this is a form of teleportation magic, but unlike the circle that brought you here, this is not a teleportation circle. This is a gate spell.
Anybody got one of them gate spells?
How do we activate it?
Well, Frank, are you also examining the circle?
Yeah, I rolled a 16.
All right. Well, you don't know quite as much about the type of magic as Aelthar does, but you do immediately recognize something about the circle because you can read Primordial,
That I can.
and the sigils around this circle indicate that it is closely linked to the elemental plane of water.
I will relay that information. It's in Primordial.
So wait, did you tell us about the elemental plane of water thing?
Yeah.
So we definitely don't want to go through this, do we?
No, but I would suggest that we destroy it a little bit. That way that maybe those water snakes that we keep, running into may not come through this anymore.
Can I roll some sort of check or skill or pray to some god that I could try and reverse this gate and pull all the water out of here into the water plane?
Well, it's interesting that you should ask that because Aelthar, with his Arcana check, can tell that this gate is intact, perhaps because of its connection to the elemental plane. Like, that's the reason it hasn't eroded the way the other one has.
Gotcha.
And it might be possible, if you better understood the magic that was used to create it, to do so. Because, of course, a gate is just a doorway. And doors go in two directions. That's just the nature of doors. But it's also the nature of doors that they might only open and shut one way, depending on which side the hinges are on. With a little creative thinking and sufficient magical know-how, you might be able to move the hinges so that the door swings the other way. But none of you are powerful enough to create magic like this on your own, or to cast such spells, which means that in order to do so, you would need some kind of instructions, some kind of guide, something that would tell you more about how the portal was created in the first
I
place.
pull out my sending stone. Hello, operator.
Now, of course, keep in mind that the way that sending works, right? The sending stones allow you to cast sending once per day. And the target, of course, is the person who has the other stone. So it's almost like a magical walkie-talkie. Now, the sending spell itself allows you to send a short message of up to 25 words, and then they can respond in a like manner. So, unfortunately, it doesn't just allow for easy two-way communication like a cell phone call, but you can send a message to the Queen and her assistants, her counselors, and then they can immediately send a message back. So
All
you
right.
have 25 words to explain the situation if you're going to use the sending stone.
Now, 25 words total or 25 words per communication?
25 words total, because it only works once, and then the sending stones can't be used again until dawn.
All right. Everybody, count me on this. Hey guys, it's Frank and the Monster Mash. We found a gate to the water plane.
Is water plane one word or two? Two. Okay.
To
Need-
reverse it.
to reverse it.
So about 20?
Send details ASAP.
24? 23? 24?
We love an acronym.
Love you.
There you go.
It counts as so many words for free.
Just send the entire thing as an acronym.
And then we had to find another sending stone to send them to Cypher.
All right, so there is a pause, and then your stone flickers and begins to pulse with the return message.
Somebody said I had to learn Morse code for this.
Oh.
And you hear the voice of the Archwizard Leighton responding to you through the stone.
It sounds like Jor-El from Superman. My son.
My son.
I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse.
No, that's a whole different movie.
I know, but it's still Marlon Brando.
Yeah, it's true.
And then at the end, for some reason, he just yells, "Hey, Stella." No rhyme or reason for it. Oh,
It's Marlon Brando. He doesn't need a rhyme or a reason.
no. Then he's going to tell you to get the butter. Don't ever watch that movie. It's terrible. Then he's going to split his pants, get some cheeseburgers over a fence. Supposedly that's a true story about Marlon Brando. See, we're not just here to tell you about donating money to help children. We're going to send you some facts about late Hollywood actors. The man enjoyed a cheeseburger. I can't fault him on that.
You know, Marlon Brando was gay.
It happens.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Heard a story the other day about him going to Cuba. There was a singer there. I forget his name, but he
Ricky
would,
Ricardo.
Rick, I don't think so. But he would get with them and stuff. Interesting.
Marlon Brando was a good-looking man back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody getting some Marlon Brando. It's a good-looking man.
Gina Davis actually got her a start by working in a shop in New York City where she would be a live mannequin. And yeah, and she did it with like on a dare at one point. And then it took off, and like other stores offered her the gig to be a live mannequin. Until eventually she got a modeling job, and then that skyrocketed her career.
Figured they would save themselves some payroll and just give it to the people that were cashing people out.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, the message.
I think he's still typing it out.
5, okay. I had to check my word count.
Okay.
So, The Archwizard's voice pulses through the crystal, which, beats like a heart, the glow strengthening and dimming with every word. And he says, "Look nearby. Find anything written in Primordial. Could be linked. Gate key must be reversed to change directions. Without that, likely impossible without great magic." And then the stone dims and becomes quiescent.
He didn't even say he loved you. What the heck, man?
It was implied.
Ah,
Some people are just too shy to say it.
that's fair.
You know why it is? Because their fathers didn't tell them enough. So they're too afraid to say it to anyone else.
That makes sense.
You see any more of that language, that primordial language anywhere, Frank?
Look around. Look around on the walls, maybe. Move some
The
slime
only
out
thing
of
that
the
you
way.
see in this chamber is the circle. And so those runes down there are written in Primordial, but that's all that you see here.
Alright. So we're going to have to go to the other room.
Into the unknown.
To the next room.
Alright, to the other room, to the south room.
Let's see, let's grab everybody here.
Then once we're here, we'll take a second for a south pause, if you will. Nope, the joke didn't land. All right.
I would like to go ahead and place an alarm.
Clink some security.
Yep, clean some security.
Alright, now, let's see. You're just casting that as a first level spell?
Yes, and I'm going to place it in the exit of that room right there.
Okay.
I mean, it's a 20-foot cube, so if anything swims within 20-foot cube of it.
Right. Alright. So, in that case, leaving your alarm that way. Oops. Okay, so, Cordell, as you head south with the light, you find another one of those just, narrow 5-foot doorways, and you can see a chamber beyond, but it looks like some kind of stone structure has partially collapsed in the way, and like maybe a shelf, and it's blocking enough of the doorway that you cannot squeeze through. You're going to have to move it, or you're going to have to go around.
I'm gonna move it.
Alright, then you'll need to make a strength check, and
Here
remember,
we go. Exhaustion.
disadvantage. Yeah.
Could I help him with that?
Yeah, I think that even though it's a 5-foot square, you're not fighting in combat. There's more than enough room for both of you to squeeze in there, and you can take the help action. So what that means is that you would have advantage to cancel out your disadvantage, and it would become a normal strength check.
Okay, then. Well, let's do that. Alright. So now, with that, 16. What do you got?
Alright, that is enough. That is sufficient. So, you manage to push the shelf out of the way.
After we push the shelf out of the way, can Dram and I take a brief minute to pause like we're superhero animes?
Pose like a team.
Yep. Whoa! Okay.
Alright, the way is clear.
This is the way. Wow, this room has a lot of stuff in it. Probably should have come over here first.
Yeah, really.
There we go. So, yeah, this room is filled with shelves. Now, the shelves are by no means in good condition. You can see that they are floor-to-ceiling shelves, and so that means that the tops of them are sticking slightly up out of the water. This place looks like it could have been a library at some point, because there are still these moldering lumps on some of the shelves that may at one point have been books. But if that's what they were, then they have degenerated so far into just clumps of mildew and mold that there's no way that they're readable. But weirdly, the shelves are nowhere near full. So once again, you get that sense like someone cleaned this place out long before it was flooded and took whatever they considered to be important. And whatever they left behind must not have mattered. Now, underneath the water, there is some rubble. You see the remains of a carved stone table. And it's the slanted kind, like, sort of like a drafting table that you might draw on. And it has some kind of stain on it that might once have been a piece of paper or parchment. And then there's another flat table over in the opposite corner, or the adjacent corner, rather. And it is covered with broken pieces of stone.
Alright, I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna swim down to the table that has the broken pieces of stone and gather them up.
Alright, well there's quite a few like little pieces on this table, and you can see they're a little fuzzy and slimy from where they've laid there for so long. But mostly, whatever this is, it seems to have kind of a definite shape to it. Like, it doesn't just look like a broken rock, it looks like it was something. Because you can see man-made edges. You can see straight lines. But it is broken.
Alright.
Whatever this was, it's in 2 or 3 pieces.
Alright, so Graham is going to carry the pieces back to Althar and ask him to do mending on it.
Okay. Well, so Aelthar begins to cast his spell, and now is probably a good time for a short break. It's been a few minutes. Grab a bio break, and when we come back, we will pick it up there and see what the results of your spell are.
Alright, we'll be right back, folks.
All right.
So are we on break?
Yeah.
Are we streaming?
Morgan, have you heard the Macarena story?
No.
Okay, 1 second before you go.
Still hurts him to this day. Sore spot.
Welcome back to our extra live stream where we don't have kids do the Macarena and embarrass themselves. That's a story with no context there for you.
But we do take up donations for kids.
And you know what? If those kids were to try to do the Macarena and not do it correctly, we would still make sure that they're getting quality care with these donations.
Yep, we won't kick them out of the hospital for not doing the Macarena correctly.
You can find the link to donate on our Facebook page, which is...
It is extra-life.org/team/62474. That's the direct link to our team to donate. And of course, if you're on Facebook, YouTube, there is a link in the comment section below.
Also, if somebody makes a $50 donation, we will have Kevin do the Macarena for you.
I'll do it.
One $50 donation will get a Macarena.
So, since then, though, Kevin has actually...
incentives.
Exactly.
Since then, Kevin has mastered the Macarena, though. He's like the best person ever.
He probably does it every night in the mirror.
If we get $50, I will do the Macarena as I did in elementary school. And then I will leave, as is custom.
We'll get banned.
Only if we play the Macarena. We don't want to get a copyright strike.
Alright.
Go, go!
It's not even a sound alike. I think we're fine.
Some kind of weird techno version. Alright. But we're going to go ahead and get started again, and you could go ahead and start dropping those donations.
Yeah, last total or tally, we were still at 180. So yeah, go ahead and throw $1 out there. Throw $1. Let me hold $1, please.
And we're out there. If anybody is watching this feed, $50 donation, Kevin will do the Macarena.
I'll do it.
All right.
And that's a threat you can count on.
That's not a threat. That's just a promise.
Alright, so I believe that Aelthar was casting mending on these pieces of broken stone that you found, Ram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as he's going about that, busily doing that, here at the back of the line, Clink and Frank, you both feel something swim past you.
Oh, no.
Did it set off my alarm? Because I would have heard that.
You hear the sound of your spell going off,
Okay.
and only seconds later, something invisible slithers past you in the water.
Well, guys, it's back.
Have we tried reasoning with these things before?
I'm going to speak primordial to it. I'm going to say, halt, beast. Go back from whence you came.
Tell it there's only death here.
Should you approach, you will find only death.
Well, Frank, the response to that is something lashes out
Well,
and
shit.
tries to grapple you under the water.
I'm going to fight him.
Fortunately, it does not manage to grab onto you.
Simple beast. Know that any action except retreat is foolish. It shall be paid with death.
And how does it respond?
Maybe roll an intimidate. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just like yelling at something and threatening it in primordial, you'll probably make an intimidation roll.
All right.
Just putting out there once again for people who just read on it that I will do the mock arena poorly for $50.
It's an intimidation check of 15 at 1-5.
Hmm. Let's see how the monster feels about that. Ooh. The monster feels approximately 13 damage about that. Frank.
Oh, it gave me 13 damage?
Yep, 13 damage to you.
Ugh!
And you are grappled.
Ah, damn it.
Oh, Frank, you seem to be tied up down there. You okay?
It's got me again.
Mm.
I feel like if somebody were yelling at me in primordial, it would scare the crap out of me.
This is. I wonder if like the different primordial creatures have different like dialects, different accents. Like, would like water elementals? Would you be like?
Well, yeah, that's the difference like between Aquan and Ignan and Terran. And
I imagine that primordial just kind of sounds like Creole.
You just basically went underwater and you're like, you go down now and get now!
Exactly. There you go. You got me.
Hit it with a
Well-
wooden spoon.
however you might feel about the primordial language, let's see how you feel about rolling initiative.
I don't care for it.
Not one bit.
No,
Nope.
sir, I don't like it.
We
Oh!
all have to do things that we don't like sometimes.
Cordell got 11.
I've rolled super high on initiative every time.
Frank roll or
What'd you get?
Frank rolled a 21.
21.
Clink rolled a 13.
Okay, give me just 1 second here. Let me. Okay. 21 for Frank. 13 for Clink.
Yep.
Okay.
So Dram Shepford rolled a 1.
Ooh.
And then Aelthar got a 4.
Well, it had to happen sometime, right? Like, especially Elthar's been rolling really well. So,
Right.
all right. What about Cordell?
Cordell got 11.
11. Okay. All right. So Frank disappears under the water as the invisible creature pulls him down.
Oh, no, not again.
And you're going to take 7 damage, Frank,
Ow.
as the creature constricts around you, squeezing you tightly, trying to crush your fragile undead frame.
Doing pretty good so far.
All right, that makes it your turn. Now, of course, you are both grappled and restrained.
Restrained means what?
So if you're restrained, that means your speed is 0, so like you can't move away from the creature. Attack rolls made against you have advantage, and your attack rolls have disadvantage, and you also got disadvantage on dex saves.
I'm just going to try and get loose with a acrobatics check.
All right.
That's a 12.
Okay, let's see if that is enough. Oh, wow. All right, you managed to slip free of the invisible creature.
Sweet. So that was my action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my movement, my full 30 feet, to swim away.
All right, now that will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, yeah,
Still doing it?
yeah, Sue gonna do it.
All right. Okay, well, the creature lashes out at you and you feel its movement under the water. And it wraps its coils around you for 7 damage, Frank, and drags you back. You
Oh, no,
are
third
wrapped
time.
in. Okay,
No.
that's going to make it Clink's turn.
Not feeling too good.
I cannot see said creature, but I do know that it has a hold of Frank, correct?
You see Frank looking
Yep.
real skinny.
Yeah, you can see him struggling.
Okay.
You got that good primordial waist trainer on.
Alright, so first off, I'm going to use another one of my sorcery points for Quicken Spell
All right.
and turn Guiding Bolt into a bonus action. And so I'm going to use Guiding Bolt. Now, would it be a disadvantage since it has hold of Frank and I kind of know the area, or?
Yep, because it's still invisible.
Okay.
So, like, you could hit Frank and not it, for example. So you're still going to roll with disadvantage.
Alright, so 19 or a 18?
Oh, well, it's not much of a choice, is it?
No.
Well, either one of those hits.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your damage.
Alright. That will be a total of 25 damage.
Whoa.
And now the next attack roll made against this target has advantage, so I guess it would be an advantage, it just wouldn't be a disadvantage, correct?
Right, those will cancel out because it's still invisible.
Okay. Let's see
It
it.
is just outlined by your spell.
Alright, well then I'm going to wave my hands around and cast an Eldritch Blast at it. And, oof, the first one would be a nat 1. The first beam for a total of 8.
Yeah, that does not hit.
No. And then the
Now,
second
of course, since the Eldritch Blast is a single attack, you don't have disadvantage on any of the rolls for any of your rays.
right. So the second one's only a 10. Did not roll very well on either of those.
Yeah, that also does not hit. Uh-oh.
Nope.
Alright, is that it for Clink?
That will be it for Clink. Wait. Sorry. I just wanted to look at something real quick before I say that's it for Clink.
Alright, then that makes it Cordell's turn.
Alright. Cordell gets up to my arena. No.
Not watching the donations. We're not there yet.
Hang on, before I pass it on, is this a bonus action? It's not an action. I use my built for success to add a D4 to that second attack.
Oh, with Clink?
Yes.
Yeah, you can do that.
It adds 4 to that last beam. So that would bring that.
To a 14, right?
Yes.
Alright, well that does hit.
Okay. You go back here then to. Where'd it go? blessed. And that will be for 10 more damage to it then. And it pushes it 10 feet away from me.
Okay. Well,
Did that help any, Frank?
10 feet away.
Did I get pushed 10 feet away with it?
Well, that just means that Frank goes vanishing, sliding off into the dark. Bye, Frank.
I think Frank's gone, guys.
I was gonna get some more jerky from him.
I'm getting Schnar Bobs from Frank.
All right, so Cordell.
All right. Oh. How close am I to whatever is going on?
Well, now you would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet away.
Well, I guess that didn't help any.
Can I move up?
You certainly can,
I
but
don't know
because
if I
you
can
are
get around
swimming
it,
and you
bud.
don't have a swim speed, you can only move up to 15 feet.
Oh.
Unless you take the dash action, and then you could swim 30 feet, but then you wouldn't be able to attack.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll just move up 15. And then my turn.
You just see them like doggy paddling.
Yeah. With an axe.
Alright.
Using the axe as like a paddle.
Yeah.
Then in that case, it makes it Aelthar's turn.
So I haven't really been looking at his sheet. What all could he wild shape into?
Wild shape? Well, wild shape's a little... it can be a little funny. He can wild shape into any animal that he has seen within certain limits. So he can transform into any beast of CR1 or lower. And he can also use his wild shape to take on a starry form because he's a star druid.
And also, he's from Wild Space, so he's probably seen some really weird animals.
What would be the odds that he would have seen a dolphin in his life?
Well, I don't know because Savaria, I don't know how much coastline it has, but I also don't know, we haven't really established how much Aelthar has traveled. There are not dolphins in space.
Space dolphins?
No space dolphins.
Oh,
So, I'll tell you what, roll a d4 for me, and call evens or odds.
Odds. It's
Alright,
a 1.
alright, then he has seen a dolphin.
He's going to wild shape into a dolphin.
Now, before you go any further, I have to take one more action.
Oh, okay.
And that's to do the Macarena because we got the $50 donation from Lake and Keithley.
Yes!
Oh my God, everything hurts. The old man should not have to do the Macarena.
Make sure the camera, make sure you're in view.
Oh, I'm trying to.
We can't because then it'll copyright infringe us.
Oh,
All right, Pat.
We'll have to
Go back,
everybody
go back,
pull
go back.
up the lyrics to Macarena.
okay.
Stand halfway out of frame, and that way it's not technically the Macarena, so
Yeah.
you can't get caught.
Oh, as long as the music isn't there, it's fine.
Let's look
There you
up the lyrics real quick. We'll sing it to you.
First, I gotta warm up. God, my knee hurts.
Oh, it's Spanish. That's why I don't know the lyrics.
Remember, it's for the children.
Hey, Macarena! Hey! Hey, Macarena!
No, we just kept going fast. You're stuck.
Kevin, get out! That was awful.
No, wait. Does there's no more streams out there with Kevin doing the Macarena.
No. That is true.
getting what they paid for.
Yep. Thank you, Lakin. I want to ice that knee.
So all of you who might not have caught that, we did get our $50 donation. Kevin did do the Macarena, the version that traumatized him as a child.
Yeah, a version anyway.
Big shout out to Lake and Keithley. She was the one who brought us that $50 donation.
Now, am I doing a doing a Macarena for every $50?
Oh yeah, every $50 you gotta do the
$50
Macarena.
from now on.
Every $50. Yep.
Yeah, see, now it's a good luck charm.
Yeah.
And what's that bring our total to? Is it
230.
230.
Yeah. You know, guys, it's not too late to raise that up to 180 and get one.
We'll get another Macarena.
Of Kevin doing the Macarena. If we played like a Russian version of the Macarena, do you think that would still be okay? I mean,
I thought you were saying you're going to say Russian roulette version of Macarena. Last
Actually,
man standing is the Macarena.
do like a spin the ball for who has to do the Macarena.
There we go.
oh, wonderful fun.
Yes.
Wonderful fun.
All right. Well, I believe that Elthar was turning into a dolphin.
Now, I was looking into this. Dolphins don't have echolocation in this, which is what I was really shooting for.
Correct. They do have a swim speed. No, you've got blind sight.
Oh, heck
Yeah, they
yeah.
have blind sight out to 60 feet.
Alright, so this dolphin's going to attack this this snake monster thing.
All right. So, Dolfar is going to move up here.
And he's going to charge. Is he far enough out that he can move 30 feet?
We have a swim speed of 60 feet. So,
If he if he charges, I'm reading the dolphin from the Bolo's Guide to Monsters.
that may be the legacy version. I have the current version here. So they get a slam, but there's not a charge attack.
All right, so do you want me to use the regular version or can I use the legacy version?
Now let's do the updated version.
All right.
Yeah, we want to use the most current version if we can. So,
Oh, dolphins they got robbed. All right, so he's gonna swim up and do the slam attack,
all right, that's +4 to hit.
and he critted.
Did he?
Yep. All right, so that
Okay,
is
so roll 2d6 plus 2.
so that's 7, and if the target. Oh, okay. So it still has the charge thing. It's just written
Yeah,
in.
just
this one
rolled
too.
into it, yeah.
Was he able to move 30 feet?
Let's see. He was right here, so 5, 10. No, he can only move 15 feet.
Could he have swum backwards and then swum forward 30 feet?
That wouldn't be a straight line, unfortunately.
Just saying. Just saying. All right. And I guess that's all he has now. So, can he still do magic when he's in a wild shape?
If he can talk. If there are verbal
Let's
components.
see. I'm actually not sure. I don't think so.
Okay.
Because you have to be able to do the verbal and the somatic components, so you can't
Yeah.
unless you can wave your fins around and do that.
Yeah, that was something that you had to have a feat for in things like Pathfinder or 3rd edition D&D, and I don't believe that it's part of the ability here.
All right. Well, we'll take our damage and we'll go with it.
Okay. Well, now that Dolfar has taken his turn, that means it's going to be Sir Dram's turn.
Yeah. All right. Dram is going to attack with the warhammer.
Well, Dram is going to have to swim 20 feet to hit anything.
That's a good
because
thing.
Clayton pushed it back. And he can only swim 15 feet unless he takes the dash action.
Well,
He could have turned into a space eel.
dang it. Well, tell you what, that's good because I just rolled a crit fail, so that didn't happen. I'm going to swim that 15 feet.
Alright.
Cool it is.
So you only want to swim 15 feet. You don't want to dash up to close with the monster.
I'll dash up and close with the monster.
Okay. All right. Then it's going to be back round to the creature itself, the monster of the hour. And that means that our friend Frank here, you're going to take 9 damage.
Why me?
Because they love you.
Thankfully, that's all that happens, and then it becomes your turn, Frank.
Oh, I'm gonna. Who else hurt?
Not me.
I was bless you, Frank. I'm hurt. Hurting real bad.
How far away are you from me?
See, I moved up 15 feet.
Am I still grappling?
Yeah, because remember I shot you across the room
I'm gonna try and get loose.
again.
All right. Give me a roll.
That's a nat 20 for 22.
Wow, y'all really dropping the crits out here. Oh, well, this definitely beats that, so that would mean that you get away.
And I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna use a spell on him.
All right, now remember, escaping takes your action,
Ah,
so you can cast a spell as long as it's a bonus action.
Okay, space seals can't swim.
Space seals can't swim.
Ah,
They don't have swim speed.
Can they fly?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
they have a fly speed.
Swimming is just flying underneath.
They have multi-attack, bite, and a tailspin attack. Could also be a space guppy.
A space guppy.
Yes, or a giant space hamster.
yeah, I'm just gonna. Guess I'm just going to, as my. Sorry, it's taking forever to load. As my bonus action, I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word. And that'll be in a
Alright.
60-foot range, 1d4 plus 5. That'd be for a total of 7 points of healing.
For everybody?
Yeah.
Yay.
Yep, so all of you heal 7 points
That heals me
if you
completely.
are below full health.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
How much we healing for you?
7.
I'll take it.
Oh, thanks, Frank.
You're welcome. Don't push me again. I don't want to go to the darkness.
All right, Clink, your turn.
How far away is that thing from me now?
It is about 15 feet.
After I pushed it, it's 15 feet away from me.
Yep.
Alright. And I still cannot see it though, right?
Oh, sorry, repeat that?
Still can't see it though, right?
Right, yeah, it is still invisible.
Okay. Alright. First off, I'm going to wave my hands around, you pull out my pistol here, and I'm going to cast Enlarge / Reduce on Frank.
Why me?
You're down there with it.
Ah, true.
That's what it's all about.
So now, Frank, you grow to be one size larger.
Dope.
Okay, so you become a large creature.
Yep.
Well,
And then that will
I don't know where my shoes are.
They're behind.
Yeah, they're behind you. And then I will just try here I'll use my. Let's see here. Okay. I'm going to cast Thorn Whip. I know it would be at disadvantage, but I'm going to use my Restore Balance feature. Do I need to see? Okay, yeah, so it's my roll is not affected by advantage or disadvantage. It's just normal roll to try and snag this creature with my and I got a crit fail again.
Oh God.
Alright, well. So, Frank, at least the grapple is broken. Because when you suddenly swell to a large size, the creature can no longer maintain its hold on you. However, you also now do not fit through a 5-foot hallway.
Crap.
So you are trapped in this room.
Oh my God.
Well, at least I don't have to breathe.
That's true.
Yeah, at least you're not being grabbed.
That nasty dank air.
Okay. If you could just stand on the ground now. Alright, so Cordell, that makes it your turn.
Alright. Is it pretty far away from me now? Or is it closer?
Yeah, it's at least 10 or 15 feet away from you. Because it was here-ish.
Okay, so I can move up 10 feet and still that'd be enough.
And try to hurt it, yeah.
Yeah.
You could move up next to Elthar or the dolphin, you know,
Okay.
and try to hit it.
Okay, I'll move up next to Elthar. Then we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Alright.
Roll your attack roll with disadvantage.
Alright. Dang, that was a good one too. Okay. 21.
Wow, that does hit.
Okay. Not bad. 9 damage.
We'll take it.
Okay. I'm going to try to attack again. See how that goes. Ah, 9 damage. Or 9 to hit.
That does not hit.
I suspected.
Yeah, surprising no one.
Alright, I'm good now. End my turn.
Okay, then it becomes Aelthar's turn. Aelthar is a dolphin. Continues to be a dolphin.
Now, if I cease to be a dolphin, because actually I can do more damage if I'm not a dolphin, what do I have to, is that just like an action, or do I just say I'm not a dolphin anymore?
So, you can end your wild shape as a bonus action.
Alright.
You'll lose your swim speed and your blind sight, but yeah, you will probably deal more damage if you hit anything.
Oh man, I should have read his sheet. He has all sorts of good stuff I've not been using. Okay, as a bonus action, take that off. Cast Ice Knife at the snake monster. Is that at disadvantage?
So it is an attack roll. So yes, you would roll with disadvantage.
Alright. Whoa, bud.
You alright there?
Yeah, just trying to fun.
So that's
Oh,
an
slip.
8. And that did not work.
Alright,
explodes
well,
behind
hit
it.
or miss, the shard explodes after you throw it. So that means Aelthar and Frank, you both need to make a dexterity save.
Do I do that with advantage where I'm big?
No.
I feel like it'd be a disadvantage.
$16.
Oh, who was the other person that had to roll me?
Elthar.
Aelthar, yep.
Okay.
Because it hits everybody within 5 feet.
9.
All right, then you take 2d6 cold damage.
Oh my. $10 damage.
Oh, poor Aelthar. He was a dolphin for one brief, glorious moment, and then he shot himself in the foot quite literally.
Let's see here. 49 now. Okay. Alright, then it's Dram's turn, right?
Yep, Dram is next.
So, am I on top of it now? Can I hit it with my hammer?
You still can't see it, so you'll be attacking with disadvantage, but you are close enough to attack the space that it's supposed to be in.
Oh, that's sad. One was a crit, the other one was a 12.
We hate that.
Does a 12 hit?
Is it a 12 total?
12 total, yep.
Yeah, no, that does not hit.
Alright, second attack. $14.
You do come into contact with something.
Is it
Roll
Frank?
damage. It's not Frank.
Oh no.
Alright then, I'm gonna do my 7 damage. Ah, God, I only have a couple more superiority dice left. I'm gonna hold on to those, so that'll be turn.
Okay, well then, the creature moves beneath the water. You can all feel it as it tries to coil around Aelthar. But it fails to get a grip,
Oh,
and the Astral Elf is able to kick free and swim back. So that's going to make it Frank's turn again. Frank, who is embiggened.
And is it within melee range of me?
Yes, as far as you can tell.
oh.
Since it just tried to attack Aelthar, that means it would have to be. If it didn't go past him.
Gotcha.
Now, Frank, before you move,
Yeah.
we got a $100 donation. So
Oh,
that means more
nice.
Macarena.
Do we really?
We do. Yeah, we do. Clay Madden. My friend Clay, Clay Mattingly up in Maysville, he donated $100.
I got $100.
So he gets
I
twice
think that means you have to do the Macarena twice.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I think for $100, at least one other person's gonna have to do the Macarena.
We should, for $100, we should all do it.
Alright, everybody get up here, we're all gonna do the
I
Macarena.
don't remember the Macarena that whole time.
I didn't remember it either. So. Alright.
Alright, I think we have to be over. Do we have to be over here for the camera to see us, or?
You guys are pretty much all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Oh. Let me see here. Alright, yeah.
Block me out.
All
You
good?
know what? This is what we're doing for the kids.
It's for the children.
It's for the children.
Kevin.
Now, Kevin, walk us through the moves of how to do the Forbidden Macarena.
Alright. Oh. First, you gotta limber up. We've been sitting all right, you know.
Okay.
We gotta get them high knees. I'm gonna pull something, I'm sure.
Alright.
That's
Macarena.
Okay,
I
so
see why they kicked you out.
it's because I was kicking everybody else with them high knees. Alright, so you gotta go in, bam, 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 and then a step to the right.
Alright, you ready?
Alright.
Alright.
Like I said, there's no depravity we won't reach to help these kids.
For $200, we'll do the full Monty for one night only.
Do you want to get on the Macarena too, Keith?
He did want to get on my brain.
But thank you, Clay. Thank you for your help.
you.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Why are you still wet, Kiva?
So anyhow, I'm gonna try and cast Guiding Bolt.
All right.
And I know I'll do so with disadvantage because I'm nearby. So it's either a 15 or 24. So 15.
Well, 15 hits.
So that's 12 points of radiant damage, and it is now outlined.
Kevin, out here killing it, man. $210 donations.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that blast seems to be more than enough to finish it off. Your bolt pierces through the invisible creature and it is outlined just briefly, even as its form dissolves. The water becomes still again.
All right. Alethar is going to go back to trying to mend the tablet.
We got Big Frank.
Big Frank.
Big Frank.
Large Frank.
Big Frank.
Well,
bad
Big Frank.
Big bad Frank.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
All right.
All right, well, so you return to your spell, and you manage to put the two largest pieces back together, and it forms a sort of tablet shape. And on this tablet, you recognize characters, Frank, that are written in Primordial.
I'm going to read them.
Read them backwards.
Well, it appears to be instructions, or a recipe, if you will, for opening a portal to the elemental plane of water. Now, they are incomplete instructions.
damn
It
it.
actually seems like this tablet might have been magical by itself at one point. Like, it looks like a spell scroll. It's just made out of stone instead of parchment. Now, thankfully, even though there are still pieces of it missing, and it is still damaged, you think that there might be enough, Elthar, for you to make this work, if Frank helps.
We'll do it together.
Truly we shall, for the glory of the stars. I don't know if that's something that Elthar would say, but it sounds cool, so I'm going with it.
I mean, it sounds awesome. If he wouldn't do it, he should. He's gonna start now.
I also can keep monitoring that, see if we get another $50 donation.
Oh, I will. I'm ready to throw out. ready to throw out a hip for some Macarena.
Well, you have just enough of that chalk left, hopefully, to fix one or two more portals.
Yeah, taser
But
Thomas.
of course, it's going to take some work, and if you can't hold your breath for that long, it's going to be rough.
Frank can.
Indeed. So, Frank, do you want to? You're going to try this Arcana check?
Yeah, I'm a big guy. If I won't go through the portal,
Oh, that's another good thing to think about.
won't fit.
When all the water's rushing back into the plane of water.
Tie some rope around me.
That way, Frank has to go back to normal size because he can't fit through the hallway.
Sure.
I drop my
Alright,
concentrate.
because you can always just dismiss the spell.
Yeah,
so-
I'll dismiss the spell.
We set him to one boat. Now we got to set him to many.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that I use this little feature I have, knowledge of a past life, make an ability check that uses a skill. Roll a d6 immediately after the number of the d20. Add to d6 to the check. So I'm gonna add a d6 to whatever I roll on this Arcana roll,
All right. Well,
just to
Go
just
for
to
it
be
then.
sure. First off, secure rope. Anything to tie me down that way I don't go through.
All of us thing. Yeah.
I actually have some rope on me, so I'm gonna get it out. I'm gonna tie it around me. I'm gonna tie it around a pillar here. I assume there's a stone pillar somewhere.
And then we're all going to wait in the next room over.
And I'm gonna roll that Arcana. So that's a 12 without my d6, but I'll roll my d6. And that'll be a 15 Arcana.
all right. Does anybody else have anything that they want to add to this?
Oh.
Althar
Give me
is
some
going to
guidance.
Althar's going to give him guidance, but it's going to be in the other room when this actually goes down.
Well, I'm on the ceiling, so I'll just crouch down and help with that 23 Arcana.
All right. So you're going to take the help action.
Yeah.
Okay. Then in that case, Frank, you're going to roll with advantage. Roll
Gotcha.
again. See if it's higher than that initial roll.
So the first one was a 17 adding the guidance. Then I roll again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a Arcana. And that one's not going to be it. I rolled a 4, so there's no way I get higher. So it's a 17.
A 17.
So, I mean, 17's still pretty good.
17's not bad. Could be better. Could be worse.
Could be 18, but it also could be 16.
Also could be like a negative, like a 1 or a 0.
It could be. All right. Well, I think with all the help that you're getting, it's probably going to come out to just enough.
That's all I'm
So,
ever looking for.
as you are floating down there near the bottom, and you're taking this magical chalk and rearranging the diagram, it basically comes down to changing a few of the sigils. You've got to adjust some of the letters that are written there in Primordial so that they say different things.
A little bit of scrape and stick.
Yeah, exactly. And while you're doing this, you notice there's a very soft pulse from the portal. And there's sort of an invisible wave kind of rolls up from it through the water, and you feel it. And then, immediately afterwards, you feel something swim past you.
Not again.
How many of these water slugs are there?
Better hurry. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Roll initiative for me.
Oh no.
Frank, you go first. You've got the important job.
Oh, it was on a crit, but rolled to a 2. I got 4 initiative.
4 total. Ooh. Okay, Cordell.
9.
Dram got 17, and Althar got 12.
Okay.
And
And what
Clint,
did Clink get?
3.
3. Okay, just to make sure, one more time for Cordell, what'd you get?
9.
Okay, that's what I thought you said. But I didn't make sure. All right. Well, so y'all can sense this thing in the water. By this point, it's starting to become kind of a familiar sensation. So, of course, what you want to do is keep it from disturbing Frank's work.
I understand.
So, yeah, you need to keep it off of him so that he can finish. Now, it's invisible. You don't know for sure where it is. Frank felt it swim past, like kind of over or around him, but you don't know where it is. It could still be in the same room circling. It could be coming down this way. You don't know. So, Dram, it's your turn first.
Where is Althar in the lineup?
Elthar is right here, kind of in the center of the other room.
I mean, in the initiative.
Oh, he comes right after Dram.
Alright, so Dram is going to wait until after Althar.
Okay.
And Althar is going to use his last fairy fire.
All right. Let's see how that dexterity save goes off. Ooh, just barely didn't make it. So let's go back over here. We're gonna get our snake. Nick. Oh, and here it is. Right over top of old Frank here. As the pink fire once again outlines the sinuous shape circling over Frank in the water, preparing to strike.
Alright. Now, that was a level 1 spell. He also has a, he can also use a cantrip because he has a bonus, right?
Only if the casting's time of the cantrip is a bonus action.
Alright, don't have any of those. Got you.
Alright, then that makes it Drain's turn.
Let me see if he has any other things that can be a bonus action. Like I said, he has so much cool stuff that I've not even looked at.
Oh, sure, yeah.
It could have turned all of this, guys. We could be doing so much better.
We could have just nipped all these slugs in the bud.
Right? He could have just sent them all to space. No, he's got nothing. So, Dram is going to try to grapple him.
Oh boy. Alright, well, you have enough swim speed to do that.
Alright.
So go ahead and make your attack roll. Or, you'll need to make an athletics check, I suppose.
14.
No, that's to escape, so yeah, it is an attack roll just to hit them.
14, does that hit?
It does.
Thank God. Alright.
But just barely.
It is grapple, and you've got another attack left.
Alright, so I was looking at what the grapple does. I'm going to use another athletics to try to move it away from Frank.
Alright, go for it.
18.
Yeah, it can't beat that. Alright, how far are we moving here? 5 feet, 10 feet?
I imagine I can't move it much since, out of his element, so I'm going to not be selfish and say like 5 feet.
Alright, well, we'll drag it this far then. Alright. That's going to make it the creature's turn. And it thrashes around Dram and tries to escape. You feel its gelatinous body trying furiously, flailing to get out of your grasp. Oh, and it does break free.
Shoot.
But that's all it can do because that takes its action. So, it gets loose, but that makes it Cordella's turn.
Alright. Was it back in that hallway? Where's it
Yep, it's just kind of in the hallway, so you can hit it from where you are.
at? Okay. Alright, well I'm gonna attack with the axe, hopefully. We'll see. See how that goes. And we're still at disadvantage, right?
No, because it does have fairy fire on.
Oh,
so
okay, good,
it evens
okay.
out. Yep.
Alright
No
then.
bonus or penalty.
Alright, 19.
Oh, that hits.
Alright. So much damage. Oh, the big damage. 14 damage.
Ooh.
Not bad for a D12.
Right?
It's not bad at all.
Well, and I'm going to try to attack again. Dirty 20.
That definitely hits.
Yeah. So, all right, not bad again. 13 damage.
Ooh. We out here. All right, Frank, that makes it your turn.
I'm gonna try and continue the ritual.
All right. Roll another Arcana check. We'll do that to kind of treat it as you trying to keep your concentration, make sure that you get this all right.
Sure, I'd like to expend another one of those because I have like 5 because it's up to my spellcasting modifier. To add a d6 to this.
All right.
So that would be a total of 20.
I'd say that probably is good and finished then. I'd say you managed to knock it out.
Sweet.
Nice.
All right. Well, so with that, things change very suddenly. As soon as you finish altering the diagram, Frank, the entire circle bursts into a cold, icy, bluish-white light. And you feel a wave of energy surge through the water, like something huge passing underneath a boat. And then you feel the water kind of slosh back into place, like the tide going in and out. And then it keeps going. And it starts to go faster, and the current starts to grow stronger. And all of you can feel the water rushing past you into the room with the circle. So, all of you, give me an athletics check.
I'm on the ceiling.
Oh no.
Can I do that with
You'll- yeah, you're right. Actually, that's a good point. You should make an acrobatics check.
Duh.
It's even worse.
I stated that I tied myself down before this. Can I roll that with advantage?
Yeah, you are all tied together, aren't you?
I got a 19.
Okay.
Are the rest of us still at disadvantage on this?
Oh god, we're at disadvantage.
Yeah, because we're
No,
heavy
you're
exhaustion.
you're all tied together. I think that it's fine.
I rolled a 16.
Okay.
Cordell rolled 9.
Graham rolled 11 and Althar rolled a 9.
I cut my rope with you.
Now, is that with advantage?
Oh, that's not with advantage, no.
Yeah, you can roll with advantage since you're all tied together.
Oh, okay. Well,
Thank you, Jesus.
I'm gonna do
Some of
another
you
roll.
are anchored pretty solidly.
Okay, so Graham is still at 11 because I just crit failed. And Althar is now at a 2. So 8 is still the highest.
Alright, with advantage, Cordell's at 19 now.
Okay.
I cut my rope with you, except Cordell.
Shoot.
I got a 19. I'm on the ceiling.
Well, I think that was more than half of you passed it. So I think, considering who passed and who failed, that those of you who made it can probably hang on to the ones who didn't. Because all that means is that you found something to brace yourself against, and then the others are just kind of flapping in the wind. So you just have to hold on to the rope.
Flapping in the wind.
Remember, it is only me that has allowed you to live another day.
I wrestled a water snake for you.
We are even then.
Oh no, what happened?
It was over here. I noticed that it was about down.
Thank you, sir.
Flexing.
Flexing.
So I don't think we have a whole lot of time for anything else, do we?
It is now 10:01.
Here we go. All right, so the water rushes past you furiously, and you feel it come, like, just sloshing out from every corner of the area. The whole room empties out, and pretty soon, ta-da, there is nothing left. The whole place seems pretty dry. And, well, you know, as dry as it's going to get. Like, obviously the floor is still wet, but you feel the water rushing past you. It's getting lower and lower and lower as you hang on until finally your feet are touching the ground and you're able to actually brace yourself against the walls and floor in order to fight the current. And the last thing that you see is this creature. And for the first time, you actually get a good look at it. And it looks like a snake made out of water. No wonder you couldn't see
A danger noodle as it was.
The biggest danger.
And in fact, Elthar actually, I'm going to do a knowledge nature check here. Elthar knows what this is. This creature is a water weird. So it's a type of elemental that is bound to guard a specific body of water, which means that somebody put it here. And you, thankfully, have just removed it, because the last bit of water that is sucked into the portal before it closes is the water weird itself, which is drawn backward with the droplets flying off of it like rain cascading off of a roof until it collapses entirely and just a scatter of droplets fall backwards into the portal. And then the light goes out. And suddenly you are just left with the sound of dripping echoing throughout the complex.
Yeah.
Well.
So well done. You managed to drain all of this filthy, disgusting water out of here, meaning it's going to be a lot easier for you to move around.
Did we solve the water puzzle?
Yes, you have solved my water puzzle. Congratulations. I'm very proud of you.
Okay.
We did it, guys.
So it is 10 o'clock, and that's really what we had scheduled to play.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that there's some other stuff that's come up that people need to deal with. So, but at the same time, I have a character that's raring to fight something, because I actually have taken no damage this entire time.
Somehow, yeah.
So I think the only thing that's fair is that you put down the boss in front of us and we fight it right here in the in this room.
I mean, I could do that. But that would ruin the surprise, the twist ending. Well, how do y'all feel about it? Because, yeah, I mean, like, this is kind of what I had scheduled as well, as it was around this time, and, I don't know how our audience and the donations coming in are doing, but we certainly can save the rest of this for another time. I figured we probably would not get through the whole thing, because you never know how it's going to go, so there's plenty of adventure left. It is up to you what to do with it. So I'll leave it to you. You can take a vote and decide what you would, how you'd like to go out.
Well, here's the question: would you mind like just doing a session when it was finished this like in an actual game, or?
I would be fine with that if you'd like to. Sure, we could schedule that.
That'd be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be honest with you, I kind of like to do that too.
All right. Well, yeah, I would be fine with that.
All right. Well, listen, Morgan, thank you so much for helping us out with this.
Absolutely, it was for a good cause.
Hey, you know what? We might not have hit exactly where we wanted to, but we've had fun. We've raised some pretty good money for a worthy cause.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it is still not too late to donate $50 and get Kevin to dance for you.
Oh, yeah.
You're
It's
hitting
never
it
too
here
late.
at the 11th hour, but just one more.
If someone else donates 100, Kevin will record the dance and send you the video. If it's after.
Make it into a screensaver. Like, do y'all remember, or am I dating myself? Have those like those little. It was some kind of thing you could install, and it put a little person on a transparent background who would like dance on your taskbar on your computer desktop.
I remember
Oh,
that.
God.
There you go. See, that could be your new screensaver.
Oh, Lordy.
What a good times.
But,
Vigils.
we'll go ahead and we'll wrap this up. Thank you so much, any of y'all that tuned in for us. We appreciate it.
And thank
Thank you,
everyone.
Thank you
everybody.
very much for your donations.
Thank you to Thomas and Jess for letting us use their place.
Mhm.
Thank you to our great and wonderful DM for coming up with a campaign and running things so seamlessly and smoothly. Thanks to everybody.
Well, and
here.
thank y'all for having such interesting characters to bring to the table as well.
Thanks, Kevin, Pat. They're pretty okay.
Actually, I think the big thanks is to Kevin for being a real big, a good sport. Because seriously, a big chunk of our donations came from that.
Yeah.
Thank again to everyone that donates, especially Clay and Lakin at the end there for getting us all in the Macarena. Thank you to Sam, honey, for your donation.
Yeah,
Appreciate
everybody
it.
that donated, everybody that tuned in.
No, I'm going to give specific shout-outs.
Thank you for Cora for at least for attempting to tough it out. We hope that
Yeah.
you're getting the care you need right now.
Feeling better soon, buddy.
Right. But guys, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah. And from all of us here at the
Good work, everybody. Thanks for getting a good donation.
and we will see you
Yeah.
next time. Maybe never. Hopefully. We'll see somebody sometime somewhere.
Sometimes we'll see people.
Yeah,
It's never goodbye. It's only see you later.
that's right. And I'm out.